Dude, did you know you can subscribe to onlywrestlers.com and keep in touch with your favorite wrestlers? The party never has to end.
One of a Kind with Rob Van Dam is recorded in front of a live studio audience.
Rob Van Dam! Rob Van Dam! Rob Van Dam!
I'm Rob Van Dam. The whole show.
What's up? It's Dominic D'Angelo. It is a Friday night, and it is Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to all you lovebirds out there. And we have a special episode here. It is one of a kind with somebody we all know. Who could it be?
It's me, it's RVD. It's
RVD.
Yeah.
All right. Happy Valentine's Day, Rob.
Hey, happy Valentine. Dude, are you coming on to me?
No.
Happy Valentine's Day to you and to everybody listening and the people that might not be listening but are watching with Braille.
Bated breath? Oh.
No, that's for blind people. Blind people could be listening. I'm just kind of confusing the different disabilities for the sake of humor.
Yes. Hello to everybody, one and all. We got our live on rvdtv.com, on RVD's Twitter account, and on Rob Van Dam's YouTube channel as well. So give a shouting out to everybody. We got Triple E in here. We got Maddie in here, Mouthpiece Murphy, Complex. We got Frankie Turizo. So many names in here. So if you want to get a question in, be sure to help out. Use the super chat. That really gets it on the radar. I'm going to go right off the bat here because Maddie made a request here earlier in the week, and I just want to give a shout out to him. He said, "Rest in peace to my best mate's dad, David Smith, hardworking man, 87." So he wanted to.
R.I.P. It's a pretty good life. 87.
87. You can't. That's a real good run. Absolutely.
You were gonna say you can't beat it, but the 88 beats it.
Hey, that's true. It does. It does. So, but R.I.P. to him. Man. Yep. Great run, man. Great run. So yeah, if you guys have some questions, feel free to pop them in there. Rob, you have a show coming up here, and it's a little over a month away. It is Only Wrestlers Live Pro Wrestling at the Vermont Hollywood in Los Angeles. There's a meet and greet Thursday, March 20th, Rob. Look at all those talents coming into play. That's quite the lineup there.
Yeah, it is, and I don't think that's everybody.
No, it's not.
Right, and then also wrestlers. I always say, and it's always true, and hopefully will be, that we have more signing up, like pretty much every day, fans and wrestlers, and the fact that we're booking shows, and in order to wrestle on our shows, you have to belong to our platform. That has been an incentive to get more wrestlers to join Only Wrestlers as well, because they want to work and get booked, and so that since we reached that phase, that's been like another step in growth for the OWA.
That's great stuff, man. It's pretty fun and innovative, and you got a good lineup already just starting for the first show and stuff. So should be fun times if you're in the Los Angeles area. Try to get some tickets and attend, or you can sign up at Only Wrestlers too, and you can buy the pay-per-view, right? You can buy it streaming on there.
Yeah, so here's the way that works. For the same price of buying a ticket to watch the live streaming event on March 20th, that same price, you can subscribe to any of the wrestlers that are on the card that day. So if you subscribe to a wrestler, then you get to watch it anyway. So instead of just paying to watch the live streaming event, instead subscribe to Brian Cage or Chris Masters or to anybody that on there, and then you'll be able to watch it as well. Although Katie and myself being always free, we are an exception to that to what I just said as far as being able to follow us. Then you would still have to buy a ticket to watch.
Right. So that's a cool idea too, and that's creative to have that too. Yeah. So if you subscribe to somebody like Brian Cage or Fonzie or Tessa, then you'll get that. You'll get the pay-per-view to stream and check it out. That's awesome. Awesome stuff.
And by the way, Joe Bruce is going to be out here with ICP, JCW before then. I better look at the date before I say it. Because I want to say March 6th. Damn. Someone just asked me about March 6th, and I totally forgot about that. Oh, no. I got my March and my April mixed up, I think. So anyway, true what I just said. JCW is going to be out here in Las Vegas also on March 6th, so that'll be cool. I'm planning on checking it out. Maybe making a surprise appearance, but it's not going to be so surprised if I tell you that I'm planning on it and you're planning on seeing me, and I don't know. No plans, but looking forward to it.
JCW Lunacy. It's such a neat atmosphere on there. If you go to Jay or Violent Jay's YouTube channel, you can check those shows out, and it's a unique, very cool atmosphere. And he does a great job at actually putting on like a wrestling show that's kind of old school but modern in the same tone.
Most of the wrestlers we know from other organizations as well, and then while they're there, it's different in a similar way that ECW was different. And what I mean by that is they found a way to make it cool and entertaining, even if you weren't necessarily a wrestling fan, but they don't sacrifice the wrestling in order to give it to you. So
right.
So yeah, as soon as I watched one episode that Joe sent me a few months ago, I was like, wow, man, I like what you guys are doing. I like the colors, on the ring, on the canvas, and then the posters and the building, how it matches it. I love the commentary and they're the wrestling. The wrestling ain't bad either. So it's something that's important to them. And I think they're going to be trimming out some of the guys that aren't cutting it. That's word on the grapevine, word that I heard, but that means it's important to them because a lot of the guys are really talented and working their butts off.
That's it too. And like you think about that, that's the thing a lot of wrestling promotions need to do is like, you don't want to see anybody lose their job, but you do want to streamline your product and make it like, hey, these are the stars we're featuring and this is who's getting television time or who's getting airtime. And, unfortunately, not everybody can have that. And if you have too many people in the mix, everybody gets lost in the shuffle. I think that's AEW's issue a lot of the time. I'm pretty critical of them recently and stuff like that. And, if they were able to hone in and focus on some stuff, because they got a stacked roster, it would just be like, boom, you make those stars feel like bigger stars when there's less there, it seems like. So, I think it's a delicate process. It's unfortunate that, but it's cool that people are making a living. You can make a living doing wrestling.
And, everybody represents the whole product. When you look at it that way, some of the people, you don't want them out there representing your product, or they're just not the best fit, Business is business. On to the next one.
That's it. And like WWE just released several talents that they were kind of using, but weren't ultimately using. And, it's unfortunate, but there's some opportunities out there. Like somebody like a Sonya Deville got released. And, I could imagine somebody like her going to TNA or something like that. There's just other things that you can kind of hone your craft. And you think about like what Cody Rhodes did. He left and he kind of made his own identity on the indie scene for a while before going to AEW and then ultimately back to WWE. So it's just like Drew McIntyre is another name. It's just, you got to kind of look at it in a different way when it sucks. Nobody wants to get rejected and quote unquote, but it's just part of life too, unfortunately. So,
yeah. I've never been I don't think I've ever been fired in my entire life. Just the one time with Impact Wrestling, I didn't have any deal. The last time I was with them,
Mhm.
when Scott Demore was in charge, it was a daily deal, daily contract. And each time I was there, I figured that'd be my last one. And they'd say, all right, I'll see you next month. And I'd be like, oh, okay. So I wasn't real surprised when they said, oh, we don't really have anything else for you. But I don't, even in the real world, even when I should have got fired, I haven't had somebody say, boom, you're done. We don't have a job here anymore. We wish you the best in your future endeavors. I've been fortunate in that, and I've never felt like I was expendable, and I still don't. And, have been like rejected from the get go before, probably for sure. But yeah, that's something that is bound to happen statistically with everybody, and that's just one of those things that, regardless of silly rumors or twisted tales of some relation to the truth. Like, a lot of people think I got fired for smoking while I was driving with Sabu, and none of that's true. Not the firing, not the smoking while I was driving. Not to say I'm above that, but it just wasn't part of the situation at all. And I didn't even get arrested, which is amazing to me, because I've heard me say in interviews that I got arrested. So now I got issues with me. Does that make me a hypocrite? No. I didn't know until recently. So for years I've been like, oh yeah, the big arrest. Yeah, we got arrested. But now that I know a little bit more about the law, there was never an arrest made. It was just all a bunch of bullshit.
Man, yeah, Shizo, man. I know, what a crazy time. There was something else I was gonna say. Oh, when you talk about getting rejected too, say we early on, like when you're just kind of making your way, more on a primary wrestling product, whether it was like WCW or you're working on a bigger indie promotion at the time or something like that. When did you get like kind of rejected in certain ways by like a prominent name, like a promoter of some sort and stuff like that? And when you did at that young of an age, did it like leave a bigger impression on you, like make you question yourself or certain things like that? Or did you kind of have the confidence still at that point to be like, F you, I know what I'm doing?
You know what? I've always felt like I was in demand or a sought after talent. Always,
Yeah.
since 3 years into my career, maybe even before that. And there was just one time, and that's what came to my mind when I started to say probably, and then I'm like, no, for sure that's happened. And I'll share that story with you. It's not a very well known story, but it also wasn't that long ago. I was wrestling for TNA Impact 2012, somewhere around there. My contract, it ran out. They said they wanted to sign a new one, but they were really dragging their feet on putting it together. And I went to see Booker T get inducted into the Hall of Fame, and saw some old friends there. People were like, hey, you ready to come back? You ready to come back? And I'm like, maybe that's what the universe is telling me right now. And they said, well, you got to call Hunter. That's how it works now. 2013, this is, by the way. Might have been 2012. Oh no, 2013. Hall of Fame. And then in the weeks following that, shortly after that, they said, you got to call Hunter now. And, he runs everything, and boom, boom, boom. And I was like, oh yeah. Okay, that sounds great. And I called and just said, yeah, I was finishing up, I think, with TNA, and I was just thinking, and I was just, check in to see if there's a spot for me back there. Always, I was sought after. Everyone knew that. And I was always like, I got my choices of anywhere that I can go. I've always felt like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's what my ego told me. But also, so did a lot of phone calls. But in 2013, after Hunter said he would talk to creative and talk to people or whatever, he came back and he said, it's a pass. And that was the first time that I'd ever heard that. He was like, we just got too many people signed up that we're trying to find room for on the cards that we're obligated to and stuff. And right now we're just like really busy. And I said, all right, that's cool. Just, let me know if you, I said, I know that Jericho just works like part-time with some of the guys or whatever. And if you ever want me to, just work there for a little bit to help some of the guys out or whatever, then let me know. He says, well, wait a minute. He said, no, I didn't know that was an option. And I said, fuck, are you kidding me? I don't want to work full-time. I can't. I can't.
Right.
No fucking way I could do that again. No way. And he said, well, Chris tells us when he's not touring with Fozzy, and then we look at the schedule and we have him come in, based around that. If you're interested in doing something like that, I was like, sure. So that's what got me my return run in 2013. I did 66 matches and a 90-day agreement that I signed on for. And then I was off for like a year. And then I ended up signing a 5-month deal and going back in 2014, in which case they had nothing for me there. So I was completely, jobbed out, set aside, just, not utilized, not appreciating my time there either that time. Like it really was, if ever it was just a job, it was a job then. I wasn't enjoying it. Like everybody that I had beat, now they're putting me or I'm putting them over, and it's like, it's not like I'm on my way out or maybe, they whatever. But anyway, still getting a lot of pops. Still getting that connection with the crowd, and that's what makes me one of a kind. But that one time I did hear it's a pass, and that's the story behind that. And it hurt. It hurt the ego.
Yeah, it's kind of it's just a weird thing because like you are like you're one of a kind. You're innovative. Like you really transcended the business in a lot of ways. So it's like, and you have the confidence in it.
Stop.
It's Valentine's Day. I want to send out the love to you. But I think though, yeah, at some points though, it's like once you get hit with that kind of a rejection in a lot of ways, it's just like, what the fuck? And it catches anybody off guard, I think, in certain times.
You know what else sucks? Since it's Valentine's Day, it's very relevant to talk about this. Have you ever been stood up on a date?
I'm trying to think. I'm sure I have.
I've had it happen one time, and I did it to somebody one time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, both times I feel horrible about when I think about it,
Yeah.
Because when I got stood up, I was young, and I was like, trying to date just because I thought everyone else was dating, and I'm not cool unless I'm, unless I have a girlfriend or date or whatever. Just that peer pressure shit.
Yeah.
There's something about Valentine's Day too, by the way. Younger, we used to always have envelopes on our desks, and then everybody gave everybody so it's the everyone's a winner philosophy. But at least then it was fun. After they took that away, there was like pressure, It was like when I'd go visit my grandma when I was a kid, and she'd say, "Robbie, do you have a girlfriend?" And I'd be like, No. And she'd say, "Oh, no one's steady, huh?" Like she knew how to make me feel better. You know?
Right? Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, Grandma, no one's steady right
thanks,
now.
Grandma.
Yeah, yeah. And I know that probably people of all ages feel that pressure when Valentine's Day is up. Hey, if you're not with somebody because you're single, guess what? That's okay too. So but don't worry about hating on the holiday. All holidays are silly. It's just another day. But if you're in between and you're looking for a relationship, then hey, don't give up on that either. It's awesome to have the balance of being with the right person and the person that'll support what you want them to support and be there when you want them to be, and a person you care so much about also, that their well-being is actually your priority. I mean, that's something you can't fake. It's awesome to have. I wish everyone could find it. I believe everything happens when it's supposed to, and it's never too late. Today's always the youngest you'll ever be again for the rest of your life. So
Oh, I never thought about that. That's true.
yeah, it's so true. So happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Happy Valentine's Day. Rob, I'm the weirdo that loves Valentine's Day. Like, even if I'm single or whatever, I like it. I've liked it ever since I was a kid. I don't know.
Well, Eros was the son of Aphrodite, and he used to shoot the passion into people that would make them fall in love. And
Holy shit. Really?
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes. But I was also before I got off on the Valentine's Day, I was telling a story about so when I was young and I finally got this girl, Ivy was her name, Ivory or Ivy, I think it was Ivy, from the mall, the Lakeview Square Mall. She worked at one of the clothing stores, and I used to go, when I go in there, I'd talk to her, and she was awkward as fuck, me trying to. I got to talk to her for 4 minutes that time, and before she got tired of me. But anyway, she agreed to go out with me one time, and then I was really looking forward to it. I think I told my parents and everything. And then when the evening came, she wasn't answering her phone or whatever. It did not feel good. It felt horrible. I hated her. So I can't believe that I did that to somebody. And that was much later in life when I totally knew better, but I didn't mean to. I actually thought that I could, I double booked myself and really thought I could pull everything off. And it was stupid. It was stupid. But I was living in Augusta.
Mm-hmm.
I was living in I moved to Savannah, I think. And anyway, this girl was so cute that I was supposed to go out with. And she was getting dropped off at my place. And I wasn't even there. Like, I thought that I could shoot way down to Augusta and shoot back in time. And that was just to try and talk my ex into getting back with me or breaking up with her new fiance, which I've told this story. So stupid. That's another reason I should have just let that go. But my ego said, no, you can't lose this. She can't choose someone over you. You break up with him, and then, when we get back together, then I'll break up with you. That's what my ego needs. Just total asshole thinking. But also, Christina, as I understood, showed up looking gorgeous and waiting. I had a roommate then, and so I'd be on the phone texting and be like, dude, I'm leaving in I think 15 minutes, and he's like, you better hurry. Anyway, I seen that girl way later one time, and she acted like she didn't even know me, and I don't blame her. Like she didn't even recognize me, and she knew who I was because she was a fan from before. But I felt horrible, and then when I saw her not act like she didn't recognize me, like I felt horrible again. So I don't know if people have been through that. Probably not just me, but it was a horrible feeling. So that's what that's a lot of wrestlers stand up. Everybody all the time, man, on signings and shit when they don't show up.
Yeah.
You straight up fucking no showing, standing up their dates, and they break a lot of hearts.
Man, yeah, that's true.
So sorry, Christina. I still regret it.
You know, I can't think of a particular time where I like was stood up on a date. I'm sure it maybe happened, but like there was also there's like mini stand-ups where I kind of could, if I think about it, where it's like I have a good conversation with a girl, I get her number, I get her like Instagram or something like that, or I'll send her a message or something like that, and then like I'm thinking something might happen, and then you get ghosted on that. So
That's not the same thing as it.
not the same thing, but yeah. So very different, certainly. Yeah, a lot of
Yeah, when you make plans with somebody,
yeah, and then you have something
when
concrete.
you ghost them, you
Yeah.
know, you're pretty much an asshole, right? I mean, there's always exceptions, you know. Hey, my grandma needed me. She fell down and couldn't get up, and I don't know.
Right, you could do that, right? Exactly. Something like that happens.
There's always exceptions.
There's always exceptions for that, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. Many rejections are more like the oh, I get my hopes up and then you send a message and nothing happens. All right, let's do some super chats here. Frankie Turizo with $5. He always asks good questions. What was the ECW? Oh, you got a run in?
No, I just said Frankie.
Oh, Frankie. What was the ECW party scene like before it got way out of hand? Do you have any stories of wrestling in rinky-dink buildings earlier in your career too?
Oh my God, dude. I hated the small buildings. I think about Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania with ECW. And that's when I was new there, 96, maybe still 97, but that's when I was introduced to what these guys are all about. And the building itself hung off a cliff, and we always thought it was going to fall because it was so shitty. The dressing room was usually had wet carpet on it. When it would rain right into the dressing room. It was like some kind of, the dressing room must have been some kind of observatory room, because there's like windows and you can go to the window and say, hey, I'm hanging over a cliff, you know, and maybe they could have ate in there. Maybe that was a restaurant when we weren't dressing in there. I don't know, but we always figured that place would get condemned, and that comes to mind. But I wrestled in a lot of like really small places. Wrestled in a church one time. That was forever ago. I think that was Savannah, Georgia, too.
Oh.
Could have been Augusta. It was somewhere around that time. But anyway, rinky dink, you know, a lot of ice skating rinks. And man, one inside joke that I might be the only one inside. Maybe Andy knows it too now, but you know, before I even got trained professionally, I was introduced to the life kind of by through kickboxing. So I would go to kickboxing shows, and this was when I was 16, 17. You know, we skipped school, high school. Me, Dango, the Robert and Eddie, yeah. And anyway, we did that to help move the ring and tow it to Kalamazoo, which is 20 minutes away from Battle Creek. And we had a show there that night, Kit Likens' show. And anyway, the place was, I think, a strip club maybe at night. But we could be there till 9 o'clock or something. I don't know. But this building, like when you put the ring in there, the ceiling was like 6 inches over. It was like 6.5 feet or something, the ceiling.
Oh.
And it wasn't the push-up foam tile ceiling. Hey, it was like the not cement, whatever you call the stucco.
Stucco, yeah, stucco.
And we thought it was so funny when Kit Likens, our trainer, the promoter, the owner of our whole promotion, the WKC, he was giving a little welcome everybody promo on the microphone. And I remember always that the place was named Peppers, even though it's the only time I've ever been there, because before his fight, he goes, it could have been after, but I think it was before. He goes, Peppers, it's hot. And he went to jump up and do a spinning kick when he said hot. He goes, and he went out hot, and he hit his head so hard, like he went down into like a crouching position, and crumbs of the stuff in the paint were like falling all over him. And he was like, oh, and we forever would laugh at that. Peppers, it's hot. Yeah. That's pretty funny.
Peppers.
Stuff out almost.
Oh, fuck, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
How about the party scene at ECW before it got way out of hand? Do you have any stories?
Well, yeah. So when I first came to ECW in '96, whoa, hey, don't be trying to roll a doobie here. Do you mind?
Hey, man.
Little privacy. Is that one empty? You're right. I guess I can light this back up too. In the meantime, what I'm thinking about is we used to stay at this hotel, the first one in '96 when I was there, called the Travel Lodge.
Mm-hmm.
The Travel Lodge in Philadelphia was a round, circular hotel. So if you walked down the hallway, you would go by the same door several times if you keep walking, which a lot of us would do when we were, fucked up. But that was quite the party scene, and not every floor, I guess 3 or 4 floors for sure, just smelled like weed, really strong, and cigarettes, and we're fairly loud too. So if people ever wanted to stay there, to rest while they're on a trip or whatever, and they had the misfortune of being there while ECW was there, I feel sorry for them, because we kind of like took over the hotel. And of course, that's why we got kicked out eventually. That's where New Jack peed on that girl that was a fan of mine that brought me the stuffed bear. That's where that happened. This was '96, right? And so this was like the last year also that I would be expected to stay in a room with somebody else.
Oh.
Yeah. So one time it was Lance Storm. That's where I met him.
Oh.
Yeah. One time it was Mustafa. Nothing funny about Lance, really. Nothing remarkable to share about any funny stories. With Mustafa, I thought it was interesting because he wouldn't always do this, but sometimes and when I noticed, it struck me as funny. Instead of sleeping in the bed in the morning, I'd look over because I was sleeping under the covers in my bed, and he's in the chair, sitting in the chair with all of his clothes on, sleeping with his legs extended over his bed that's fully made.
Like he passed out?
Yeah, like he passed out, but what's he doing? I mean, maybe he was in another room partying and came in and passed out. That's definitely what it looked like. But I just thought like, man, the bed is so close. It's got to be like so uncomfortable to wake up like that,
Right.
It's like sleeping on the airplane. When I wake up, I'm always like, oh my God, I felt great after my match. Now I'm going home all fucking sore.
Forked up and stuff.
Yes, sir. Who else did I room with? Damn, I guess I should have left it at that, but I had somebody in mind and I can't remember who.
Taboo, he had his own room?
He sometimes would room with Louis Spicoli or Pee Wee. He would fly Pee Wee in a lot of times and even pay Pee Wee and have Pee Wee stay in his room. He did that with Louis too. Sabu was always overly generous and wanted to try and get all his friends on the card, that he thought were worthy. And that was part of what he would do. But he also always loved being around the boys, and he loved it when other people would come to his room, whether it's to stay and smoke or if anybody wanted to sleep, he would be like, oh sure, the mattresses are used up, but I can throw you a blanket, like that's Sabu.
Yeah, that's awesome.
He don't want his own room.
Yeah, no, it's
No.
the socialization process is the cool thing about wrestling, I think, too, in a lot of ways, like being on the road and like getting that experience and stuff. That's a lot where a lot of the memories kind of happen too. I guess this would. What do you think about like wrestlers ultimately like getting tour buses and then kind of separating themselves from the locker room? Like, do you think it's just kind of the natural course of big business WWE and making money, or how do you feel about like wrestlers getting their own kind of tour bus and things like that?
Yeah, I think like you said, that's just part of big business. For me, I go with the old school rule, that 80% of the job is just showing up to work.
Yeah.
And we do whatever we got to do to make our bookings. Katie quotes that to me all the time because she's seen me continue to march forward through conditions where a lot of people would have stopped. We're just like, boom, the flight's canceled. There's nothing else available, tonight. Boom, boom, boom. And I don't care if I got to rent a car and drive to another airport. If I find there's an option, I'm going to show up and make my booking. And I wouldn't do that if I got paid peanuts, then I would go way in the hole. Well, I guess I would still if I was able to on principle, but fortunately I got that worked into my budget because I fuck up a lot.
Well, hypothetically, you don't have to dive too much into details and stuff like that, but me not knowing anything about like how bookings go and things like that, when you say if like you do run into a complication where like all your flights get canceled, there's not another available flight and things like that, does that fall on the promoter to help you try to facilitate that, or who is ever bringing you in, or do you take on that onus or responsibility?
Well, it's really circumstantial.
Okay.
Right. So if it's a situation where I could have gotten on an earlier flight, and I chose not to, thinking I had plenty of time, but then the flight gets canceled later on, and then there's no option. That's exactly what happened on my last trip to Ireland. I could have taken that early flight. It just didn't seem necessary at the time. Everything else got canceled. It kept getting pushed back, boom, canceled. I actually missed my whole fucking booking in Ireland. It's like one of maybe three. I can only think of one other one, but I think there's another one as well that's happened. But anyway, not something that I'm known for, and I always feel like I owe them, and I am working on going back over there. But anyway, having said that, it's really circumstantial. Like if the flight is booked by the promoter, and then I show up, and then it's canceled, and there's absolutely no other option whatsoever. Well, then how you going to put the blame on me? You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
But me being who I am, I wouldn't say I did my part. I'm keeping the deposit. If it was like something where I was going to miss the whole thing, of course I would send the guy back whatever he sent me. That's only fair. And he's still going to be out like the plane ticket or advertising or whatever, if he has more into it, so I always just look at it from all sides that possible that I'm able to, and make the decision off of that. But there was one time that one of the worst fuck ups that I can remember happening. I guess it was I'm going to remember this as I'm saying it. So I'm not really sure. I'm not sure till I get to the end of it whose fault it is. Yeah. But I'm going to England. I'm booked to wrestle there in England, and then when I show up at the airport, they won't let me on the flight because my passport is only good for 2 more months. And they said there's a rule when you gotta your passport has to be good for a 6-month window after you return from England. And I sat there and argued until finally I think the plane was leaving was or something, and I'm trying to book like on another flight or whatever. I never heard of that rule before. I thought it was ridiculous. My passport's valid right now. And then I was talking to, I think it was Northwest Airlines. Are they even around anymore?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Northwest Airlines? I've never heard of
Yeah,
North.
Sabu used to fly them all the time. That was his number one. Anyway, I'm on the phone with them, and while I'm walking back towards my car, and they said, they're wrong. If you want to go back there and tell them they're wrong because because I'm going through Paris, and that's where when you're in France, France is on this list was where your passport has to be good for 6 months after you return. She said, you're not stopping in France, though. You're just a transient there. And then you're going to England, and England, you're cool as long as your passport's valid. So if you want to go tell them, I said, fuck, do I have time? And anyway, I guess I must have missed that flight and then had to buy another flight to get there to England. And I figured that was on me because it's not their fault about my passport not being up to code of where it needed to be, even though it was a really weird rule that I never heard of. It turned out it was valid. And if I was going to France, that would be a problem. So I had to book. So since I didn't take the first flight, the return is canceled, right?
Yeah.
So because of that, now I bought a flight there, but then I had a flight coming back out of Amsterdam because I was going to Amsterdam, but now I can't go to Amsterdam, I guess because of my passport. So I had prepaid for an Airbnb, and I ate that in Amsterdam. And then my ticket going from Amsterdam to home, I ate that, as well as me buying my own round trip to go to England and back on a completely separate airline, just so I could make my booking. And I ate it pretty hard on that trip.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's like, yeah, I guess I don't know that necessarily falls the blame on anybody. It's almost like the risk loss of the doing business. You know what I mean? Where that's just like some shit that pops up, and it's just like, man,
Someone's got to lose. Yeah.
Someone's got to lose. That's it. Jeez. Oh man.
Yeah, but that happens a lot where I rent different cars at the same time. Like I'll go to rent one. Like in Orlando all the time, it'll say that it's at the airport. And then after I book it, then I find out it's not at the airport. I got to take a fucking shuttle to get to it. So I'm like, no, fuck that. And then I think I'll cancel it later. I'm going to book it Hertz because I know they're at the airport, and I do that. In the meantime, I never canceled that first one. So I'm paying for 2, sometimes 3 cars at the exact same time that I can't even use. And sometimes I do get them canceled or get a refund, but I'm not really good at that. That's one of those things I'm always trying to improve at, because sometimes you got to make spur of the moment decisions, and when you can just say, you know what, boom, throw it on the card, fuck it, let's go. And I want to put it behind me.
Well, I would be, if I was like you, I'd be doing the same shit. Like I'd be like, forget it. I'd be like, oh, I forgot to cancel that flight. I forgot to switch this thing, and then just be like, all right, I gotta do it. I'm being the same boat.
No.
Oh my gosh. Kyle, I'm going to hold your question for a little bit before, because it can kind of tie into something since it's a crime or family related question. So we'll hold on to that.
Cool. Let's let Kyle take a turn at the crime family concentration game shortly.
So Kyle, we'll definitely hold on to your question.
Get excited, everybody. I got a new game I'm introducing, and you're playing with me.
Yes,
so
that's right.
We're going to pick a few people right now that we can call on, Kyle being one of them, to help us pick some cards. I'll show you. You'll understand. Mm-hmm. It's a fun game. And soon you can have your own. This is just the prototype.
This is the prototype. We're testing things out here.
Into Milton Bradley, among others. Yeah.
That's it. It's a good game going here. Rob's going to teach us all. And so, yeah, guys, stay tuned, Kyle. If you're still okay, he's around still. So, yeah, stay in. Maddie, I'm sure you'll be around. So I'm sure we'll use you too. Triple E, I'm sure you're around too. We'll dog ear you guys. So if you guys stick around, stay active in the chat. We'll get you in on the game a little bit. Rob, what I wanted to do, cover a little current event stuff when it comes to wrestling. I don't know how familiar you are with him, but Ricky Starks happened to show up in NXT, and it was just the news broke that he was just like AEW decided to let him go, basically. And then it was maybe a day, maybe 2 days. There he is on NXT. But kind of he did almost like the Scott Hall WCW debut where he comes through the crowd thing. But kind of wanted to get your thoughts on Ricky Starks, if you have any thoughts on that or his potential or what you've seen from him.
Yeah, I think good kid. Looks good. You know, he's in great physical condition. He seems to love the business. He reminds me an awful lot of The Rock.
Mm-hmm.
And there's already a Rock, you know, but I feel like the inspiration, like he reeks of the inspiration. Let me just put it that way. But yeah, that's all I really know of him. I think that he should be probably talked about a lot and considered a good talent that a lot can be done with.
Yeah, the presence that he has is unique. Yeah, he certainly gets a lot of the Rock vibes and thoughts about that, I think, too. When he gets on the mic, he's very different, I think, than what The Rock does.
Okay.
But, yeah, I think from a persona standpoint and an identity standpoint, he's definitely got some great potential. I interviewed him way back when he was working for the NWA and stuff like that. And so, but he's got – I think I'm pretty excited for him. I'm excited to see what he can do in NXT and how they kind of utilize him and stuff.
Yeah, so this is his first time working for the dub.
Yeah, so he made a little cameo like as like an extra in like a cutscene like back like 10 years ago. So 2013, maybe around the time you were there. But he was in like in the catering scene almost or something like that. But other than that, this is his first go around with WWE. He's
nice. Congratulations, Ricky Stark.
Yeah, he's tight with Cody. He's tight with Jade Cargill and him are really good friends. And then CM Punk respects him a lot too in the work that he does.
Cool, man. I think he's gonna have a lot of fans.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm excited. His entrance theme in AEW was sweet too. So yeah, best of luck to him. Another star in the news is Michelle McCool. Actually got a WWE Hall of Fame announcement induction. And so Undertaker's wife, is going to be the female inductee, at least one of them this year in WWE Hall of Fame. What's been your experience with her, if you had any?
Well, I remember when she first came in to WWE, we did a promo where we were both stretching, doing the splits in the dressing room, and I think the shtick was we were trying to teach Rey Mysterio how to stretch. And it seemed like she had a very, very not so long career from what I remember. It doesn't, in my mind, it seems like she was around for two years, maybe 36 months, and then got pregnant with the Taker baby. So my memory is probably a little skewed, but that's what I got.
Let's see. I'm looking at her, how long her career really spanned. You're I think you're pretty close, Rob. So she was in the developmental area during 2004, but she only made her main roster debut in 2006 and then lasted about 4 years. So she wasn't around for super duper long.
Okay. Yeah. And then she found her calling. That was to be Taker's wife.
Yeah. She was a pretty good transitional wrestler during that time period where the women's division was not really focused on and stuff like that. But she added a little bit of that kind of credibility when it comes to the in-ring work for a female wrestler at that time, and stuff like that. So that was pretty notable. And she had that tandem with Layla as Lay Cool as well, too. So there we go.
Was she a gymnast or something, or they just had her stretch because she could stretch?
Let me take a look here if she was a gymnast at all. Professional wrestling fan. Played softball, basketball, and volleyball.
Okay.
So there we go.
There you go.
Oh, gymnastics. She taught gymnastics and kickboxing. Oh, so okay, here we go, Rob, too. She also competed in the National Physique Committee Fitness Contest and taught gymnastics and kickboxing.
She taught kickboxing at who? Undertaker?
Maybe. Boom.
Okay.
All right, some other stars that are in the news. Demolition. They got Legends contracts, and they haven't been with WWE for a very long time or associated because of, I believe, a lawsuit in the past regarding maybe the concussion stuff. But Bill Eadie and Barry Darsow, two legends in the business, I think, and wanted to have you had interactions with them, and what your thoughts were when you were a younger fan too, of seeing Demolition and stuff like that.
Yeah, they were awesome. I loved their song. When I had the wrestling album, their song was one of my favorites on the wrestling album. And I did think that they were combined in the spirit of the Road Warriors. I figured maybe a lot of WWE fans weren't familiar with the Road Warriors. That's what I remember thinking when I saw them. And I do see them quite a bit at conventions. Super nice guys. They always go out of their way to say hello to me. And I just get nothing but good vibes from them. They seem like good guys. Sit there at the table to meet the fans and stuff all day, and never heard anything bad about them.
Yeah, no, I've had a little interaction with both of them. They came to a Pittsburgh show one time when I wasn't in the wrestling journalism business or anything like that at that point. So I was just a fan, but I was I was near blackout drunk. And I remember being in the bathroom after the show, and I was taking a piss, and Barry Darsow was leaving, and I was like, "Hey man, I fucking love you and all this shit that you do and all that stuff." And I said all the, your fan mark stuff. And he actually gave me a sincere, "Hey, thank you. I really appreciate that." And I do remember that. But I was fucking hammered that day. So I always like the Demolition.
Yeah. Good guys.
Good guys. All right, Rob, before we get to part 2 of this episode.
I used to love their finish too, by the way. That was I don't want to say ahead of its time, but it just seemed like back then, it really stood out as impactful compared to the style of wrestling they were doing.
Yeah, definitely. I like too. Royal Rumble 1989. They were 1 and 2 in the match, and it was a cool, neat storyline. Good stuff. Congrats to them. I hope we get to see them in the Hall of Fame. So maybe Yo, Rob, we're going to take a quick time out just to say that this week's episode of One of a Kind with RVD is presented by Get Blitzed. Get Blitzed Lit Aid Nano-Infused THC Syrup is a premium cannabis-infused syrup formulated with nanotechnology for fast-acting effects. And that advanced nanotechnology formulation allows for quicker onset and enhanced potency compared to regular THC syrup. It's Delta-9 and legal in all 50 states, every single one. And you have several syrups to choose from Blue Raz to key lime pie to pina colada to tiger's blood to cherry to grape. Just head to get-blitz.com, use promo code RVD, and get 15% off your whole order. Could be a bottle, could be a bundle, your choice. But yes, head to get-blitz.com, use promo code RVD, and it is by Mickey Ray Sinatra and Courtney. Take a look. Head to get-blitz.com, promo code RVD, get 15% off. It's one of a kind, baby. All right, Rob, before we get to part 2, I did want to air something that's been talked about over the past couple of weeks. Maven issued an apology to you after what he said about you being smelly and then hearing your response. So I clipped up a little bit of his apology, and we're going to air it right now. And
how long is the whole thing? Is it long?
The whole shebang of it all was probably like 5 minutes or something like that.
Okay.
Or this is just the second part of it. I'll share the link with you, the whole thing again too, if you want to watch it. But here's what I got.
Yeah.
So here we go.
All right. Is standing there looking at my dick and pointing at my dick.
Don't worry, Katie. I am not looking at your man's dick. That's yours. And I have all the respect for that, for you. No one's felt worse about this situation than I have. I promise you that. Rob was nothing but cool to me. And the fact that he felt the need to address something I might have said, I give him complete latitude. I give him complete leeway. He can say whatever he wants. I got caught with a question, and my first reaction was, who smells? Well, oh yeah, RVD. Yeah, there's the whole weed gimmick and everything. And then my mind, just being the jumbled mess it is, I immediately went to the deodorant, or the baby powder, thinking, I've always heard deodorant's bad for you. Rob was, one of the first ones using the baby powder, and I just didn't finish my statement. But I love that he was laughing. I love that he was laughing it off. Rob did not stink like body odor or anything. If anything, man, I was just trying to make a joke about Rob's passion next to Katie in life, which is getting high. And it just didn't land, and it didn't land because of the way I delivered it. Rob, my man, like you said, I know we ain't friends, but I apologize, and I hope you can accept my apology.
Well, there you go.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. Yeah. Thought he handled it pretty well and everything like that, and you could tell he felt bad about it.
Yeah. Some of the comments though, like after you posted it on this, yeah, they some of the ones that I read were funny. Somebody was like, well, he puts deodorant on first that covers his skin, so baby powder. Puts baby powder on first, so that covers the skin, so the deodorant isn't going to make contact or be able to stick to his armpit. Yeah, I'm sure he does smell. Like what about all those people? What are they going to say now if he says I didn't mean it that way?
Right.
No accountability for the little guys, but there is for Maven.
Yeah.
So, of course, apology accepted.
Maybe we'll get him on sometime.
Yeah, I guess YouTube Chris told me a long time ago that he already talked to him about it, and he said, sure, we'll do each other's shows. And then my follow-up game is weak.
It's all right. That's all right. Yeah, it would be cool to have him on at some point.
It's not the same thing as standing someone up.
Yes.
No.
Oh, this is interesting, Rob. Look at this. Devin Dowling. He mentions this. On Young Rock, the young Bam Bam Bigelow used baby powder and told Flex Cabana to do it too.
That's great.
Wow.
I wonder who taught me that. I don't know.
Man. And that's kind of cool because Bam Bam Bigelow obviously was a big part of your career starting off.
Yeah. I do remember Lance Storm one time asking me if I've heard of talcum powder during an interesting point in my career in the ECW in the late 90s that I'm not particularly proud of, but had an issue with sweat and water showing up on the crack of my ass in my outfits. People would bring signs that said RVD has butt sweat.
Seriously?
Yeah, it's hilarious. Before I learned what to wear underneath and stuff, but then also learned to put baby powder or something on. I think it was Lance Storm that said talcum powder, but sometimes I'll put some down there, especially if I'm going to have the shit on for a while because I'm going to be sweating and I'm going to pour water in my hair and that makes its way down there.
Yeah, right?
Everything, yeah.
Oh, man.
Fans remember. It was fun.
It's so weird, too, because, obviously wrestling's such a visual business. Everybody's looking at what you look like in the ring and everything like that. You got to be conscientious of everything. Everything. It's like So it's what a crazy.
Yeah, after that, I had to have Joe Holland be a little more careful about what color certain areas were painted. You know, like if it's all just like gray, that ain't cool. You know, I can't wear gray on my ass. It's gonna show sweat and look dark in the middle.
You don't want that. You don't want that.
You don't want that.
No. Maddie chimes in. Can we please have R-Truth on here? He smokes, hey? R-Truth.
I've smoked with R-Truth. It's been a long time. Mike Chioda was the middleman there. Chioda and R-Truth were always really, really close. And Mike Chioda's one of my friends. So sometimes the three of us would end up together. And, you know, he cool.
Cool. Yeah, I love Mike Chioda. He's great. Let's see what else we got here. Devin Dowling, thanks for the $10. 2 months ago, I went to an indie show. Rhino and Danny Limelight were promoted. They didn't make it, but Tommy Dreamer and Drew Gulak were there instead. Has Rob been an unplanned replacement before? I couldn't imagine you being one of those, right?
Drew Gulak. Who's Drew Gulak?
He was in WWE for a while, and then he went to NXT, and then he got released. So he's a notable name, but he's not on the mainstream scene anymore too much.
Okay, and who's the other one? Limelight.
Danny Limelight. He's great. I've seen him in MLW and stuff like that. He's a very athletic, and he's good on the mic. He's kind of almost got like a good Jacob Fatu, if you ever seen his promo work, he's kind of like that in certain ways. So
okay. I can't think of a time, but I am probably missing out on something. I don't know. I know of times where people have gotten a hold of me for that reason, both to wrestle and also to do signings. I've had people reach out to me and say, hey, you know, I had Mick Foley booked and you know, now he can't make it last minute. Do you happen to be available? And I've had those offers come to me. I don't remember anything ever working out though. Yeah.
It's like, you'd think like promoters got to rush around and figure something out. But you're like you'd be the primary name I think they'd bring in before. Oh, we got to think of something else before, you know.
Well, I mean, a lot of that, to be, you know, blunt. Hey, that's a T-shirt somewhere. You know, can I be blunt for a minute?
Ooh, we could make one of those.
Something like that. Yeah. To be blunt. But I mean, it's you know, it's a money thing. If they had somebody booked that worked at RVD's rate that wasn't going to make it, and I'm available, then hey, boom, now we can do it.
Yeah. Oh, that's true too. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Maddie asks this. Thanks for the $5, Maddie. Help! What can I do about weed sweat? Mando looks expensive, and I don't want Maven looking at my dick. Maven's Perry Saturn interview was cool. Maddie, you fucking crack this up. Weed sweat.
I don't know. I'm not really familiar with the weed sweats. I think baby powder can be everybody's friend, but I also never get the munchies, you know. That's something that I'm glad I don't, but it's something where, like, it seems to me silly for everyone else to talk about it like everyone has it just because I don't have it. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't know what the percentage is of people that don't get it or whatever, or if there has ever been a study done to find a percentage. But it's just like with eating in general, you know, like for a lot of us, if we have no food, it's no problem. for other people, they're starving to death. And a lot of people naturally would be fat if they didn't work hard at it. A lot of other people naturally would be skinny if they didn't work real hard at it. And we're all different in that way. And that makes our agendas and what we have to do to take care of ourselves tremendously different, opposing, you know, the others to-dos. So like Katie gets really hungry, starving, and for me, I got to work to eat. I can fast, no problem, and I do. I fast all the time. On most days, I fast for like 12 hours, but it could easily be 15, 16, and that's without even really trying. That's just being lazy, and I'm like, oh wow, I haven't eaten since 9 o'clock last night. But if I wanted to really get the benefits of fasting and stuff, it'd be so much easier for me than someone that's always starving and that gets the munchies when they smoke.
Man, yeah, it's funny. Like I think I kind of do when I smoke. I don't smoke that often, but when I do, I think I do. But yeah, it's great. I mean, like we always say too, and you always say, like everybody's different. Everybody's body chemistry is different, and how they react to things. So, speaking of body chemistry, I'm going to do a little ad read here. Maddie just mentioned it, is Mando. Hey, you want to smell good on a first date, and it's non-negotiable before a first date, is deodorant. What do you love about Mando? I love the undertone scent of it all. I get the Mount Fuji, which is my favorite. You can get the stick, you can get the spray. I've been using the spray quite a bit, and it's good in a jiff if you need to just make sure you're all covered up. Mando's starter pack is perfect for new customers. It comes with a solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice, like the mini body wash and deodorant wipes, and free shipping. I recommend the bar of soap. I love the bar of soap. And as a special offer for our listeners, new customers get $5 off a starter pack with our exclusive code. That equates to over 40% off your starter pack. Use code RVD at shopmando.com, SHOPMANDO.com. Please support our show and tell them that One of a Kind with RVD that we sent you. Smell fresher, stay drier, and boost your confidence from head to toe with Mando. So thank you, Mando. I recommend Mount Fuji, everybody. So get that. Maddie has another chat here. What is Dreamer like stoned? Apparently, he loves to pop the boys. Please tell me he never drank bong water. Do you remember slapping the piss out of HBK?
Wow. So the first part of that, sorry, I'm telling my girlfriend Happy Valentine's Day.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It's nice when your wife encourages you to do that. Dreamer don't smoke. Dreamer straight edge.
Oh.
He don't do shit. One time only. This was forever ago, probably 99. I was smoking outside somewhere, and I think I was with Fonzie, probably Sabu, I'm not sure. And Dreamer just walked by. Man, I just said, like I would say to everybody, I'd say, hey. He said, hit this once so I know you're not a cop, right? And I had it, and I took, I was hitting the joint, and Dreamer, there was a railing, like right when you come outside a door, like there's a little metal railing that's a partition right there, and Dreamer on one side was like, dude, let's hit this, and he was kind of joking, being sarcastic, and he put his mouth on the hollow pipe that made this big long railing, and I said, and I blew it, and he didn't think it was really going to get to him, and he went, and he coughed up smoke, and it was the funniest thing because he never ever touches it, and that was the only time that I've ever seen him smoke. I think he says that he used to when he was a kid or a young adult, that he did go through a phase or something, but as long as I've known him, I've never known him to have a drink, take a pill, smoke a toke, nothing.
How about that? Wow, I didn't know that. Good for him.
Yeah.
Um,
Triple H thing. I know it must have been in a promo somewhere. I don't. I remember
or
wanting
the Shawn Michaels thing.
I do remember wanting to. Yeah. And what was the last part? Was it?
The Shawn Michaels. Remember slapping the piss out of Shawn Michaels?
Oh, okay. Yeah. I thought it's. Yeah, I do. Well, I don't remember, but I've seen it. I've seen it recently enough to remember that. You know, like I think he smacks me. I smack him right back, and he says, you know, that's the RVD I want to see out there. Something like that.
It was a good segment. I liked it. There's some intensity there. I think.
All my imitations, the same voice. That's what Shawn Michaels came out as. I want my money back.
It kind of had an undertone Paul Heyman to it. Shawn Michaels.
Anyway,
we'll cover Seth's question here before we get to part 2. He said, "Speaking of sweaty singlets, I know you started in trunks, but have you ever wrestled in tights?"
yes, yep. And there's footage of it. The match from me and Sabu in Vermont that we've seen, where Abdullah the Butcher told us that we were going into business for ourselves, and I learned that term. I had blue trunks there. She gave me blue trunks. They were so tight that we had to put them in water to put them on, and that would make them stretch a little bit. And he taught us like that's what everybody does. So as far as I knew, that was the way, the wrestling way. And I did that for, well, actually the first year and most of the second year too. I wore those trunks all the way up until November or December of 91. So any of those matches, well, actually I had zebra striped pants on for some of them too. The Zubaz. When me and Dango were the International Patriots, I forgot I had the Zubaz pants with the pockets sticking out for the whole match. But it was blue trunks for my match with Ricky Nelson. I'm just thinking of the footage that I've seen. Anything from that first run of South Atlantic, my USWA matches, which also has made its rounds on YouTube. The match with me and Samu, or me and Dong Cha Meng from 1991. So yeah, I wore and then in 91 November, December, Ron Slaker gave me the name RVD, and then I started wearing the unitard. You know, Una sounds like there's only one strap, but there's two straps.
Like Andre, you'd think.
Right. But they call it a unitard, to the best of my knowledge. Anyway, so I started wearing those, and then I started going to Japan in February of 93, and in 94, roughly, could have been 95, but I think 94, Giant Baba, he wanted me to wear trunks. And so I bought some red trunks, and I wore those for one tour in Japan. Hated it. I felt so uncomfortable in them, and he agreed it wasn't a good look for me. And so he told me, try and get some bright colors or something. And so that's when I started getting my shit airbrushed.
Yeah, nice. How about that? So not only was like Baba an influence of you turning to boots, but he had you indirectly. He got you to airbrush your stuff too.
Yep, sure did.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
It's neat how you have these ties to like such legends, like big time old school legends in the business, like Sheik and Baba and Greg Valentine. Even it's like just some really neat tie-ins, I think. So.
Did I tell you he's my neighbor, Greg Valentine?
Yeah, well, I knew he lived in Vegas. I didn't know how close he lived to you. Then.
Yeah, very close, and I never never see him. Every once in a
You're
while,
like, howdy, neighbor. You're like grabbing.
Every once in a while, I text him and say, "Dude, let me know when you're when you're open this week. I'll come by with a joint or something." But I have yet to actually do that or hear back from him.
Bring him like a Jello mold.
Can I buy her a cup of sugar? I
Howdy,
haven't put
neighbor.
sugar or salt on anything like in forever, years. Can't imagine.
Could you? Yeah, right. Hey, Curtis, Curtis Ozone, I have your super chat here. I don't understand it. So if you can send a clarification before I read it, please do so. So we can kind of do something with it. Okay. So here's the super chat that Kyle Z had regarding a crime family question. And then we can get to the part 2 of this show. Kyle Z asks, RVD, what are your thoughts on Dominic Montiglio's claims regarding the DeMio crew? Specifically, do you believe him? Thanks, Dom.
Well, I appreciate the question. And I have never once that I can think of ever found anything that he says even questionable. I do believe him, and I can't think of anything that he said that would be contradicted anywhere else, or that he would be capping on. So, I think about him giving the whole story basically for the murder machine, and think about when Paul Castellano was going to be the boss instead of Neil Della Croce, and he talks about being up in that window with the orders to shoot anyone that comes out of the building unless his uncle knocks on the door first. All that shit, dude, I always just considered it to be true. So I can't think of anything right now that might have sounded iffy. It seems like maybe towards the like towards the end of his story, like him and his wife moved to California, and they moved back. They kept moving, and some of that, I don't know, it seemed weird how he could just show up any town and then all of a sudden, land a job making tons of money doing something shady, protection or drug dealing or whatever. I don't know. Some of that might have been a little crap, but specifically on the DeMeo crew, what he said about everybody, I totally bought. And I would recommend that. We already talked about the book, The Murder Machine. He had to work with these guys, and they were all his peers, and he's got more stories than anybody else because most everyone else is dead and either buried or chopped up and disappeared one way or another. But Dominic Montiglio, I wish he was still alive. I think that he was a hidden treasure full of information, and I wish that he could have done more interviews than he did. So I believe it, though. To answer your question, I found him to be very credible, and as I understand history, most of it matched up.
Wow. Yeah, I'm reading up on him now, like part of the Gambino crime family, and then he government witness he became. In later years, he became an artist and a podcaster, and he died in 2021, June of 2021. He was 73 years old. So, how about that? All right. So there's if you guys are interested in the mob stuff, look him up and check it out. So I got to do some diving into that. I got plenty of Rob knows I got plenty of books and movies and all that recommendation stuff. I got to
put it on the list.
Put it on the list. Put it on the list. That's another name. All right, Rob. There's a couple other super chats, but we'll hold off until we're finished with part 2 here. Hey, you can have better sex with Blue Chew. Blue Chew is the original brand offering chewable tablets. These erection-enhancing tablets help men achieve stronger, harder, and longer-lasting erections for sexual activities. Blue Chew is putting its money where its mouth is and offering you you a month free. The process is simple. Sign up at BlueChew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. Blue Chew tablets are made in the US of A and prepared and shipped directly to your door. You can take them anytime, day or night, or so you can be plan ahead or be ready whenever an opportunity arises. The best part, it's all done online. That means no visits to the doctor's office, no awkward conversations, and no waiting in line at the pharmacy. Blue Chew won't stop until every man is bricked up like a brick house. That is the mission. So make life easier by getting harder and discover your options at BlueChew.com. And we've got a special deal for our listeners. Try your first month of Blue Chew free. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. We thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the podcast. All right. Speaking of crime families, we have a new segment here. It is called Crime Family Concentration.
Yay. Okay.
Bad Business Bobby.
Bad Business Bobby. Okay. I'm gonna introduce you to this new game that I made. This game is just a prototype. Yours won't look as rough as this one. Okay, I had my graphics team and and my manufacturers and my budget on this was thrown together last minute. I hope you'll enjoy the game. I think it's going to be very fun. Based on a game I used to play with a deck of cards called Concentration when I was little. And thing is, we will take turns trying to match cards up. They all look the same from the back side, but they have numbers. And when you match the numbers, there's a crime associated with each one. I will show you what they look like. But the whole crime, I got to get on the computer to read, but they all have a tag number. I think it's going to go really easy once I get my crime family envelope opened up, because they are in order of the way that they're numbered. So, okay, it's called Family Crimes on my laptop. Oh my God, there's so many. Okay. Cool. So I'm going to switch camera to the card table and show you how it's done. And you all get to play too. We're going to take a couple turns. We're just starting out right now, so I don't know how long it's going to take, but here's the deal. You match two numbers, right? You get a crime with each one, and you get to keep one of the crimes. Why can't you keep them both? Well, hey, because it's an odd number that you need to win. The first person that has 5 crimes, you get to cancel the Bobby Fulton Chillicothe Crime Family show. But you would think, well, when you have 2, when you pick it, it's got to be an even number, right? But not only are you picking one, but also, unlike the game of concentration, there's something special here, because you could be lucky enough to get a match with the Joker cards. And the Joker cards are the Missy Hyatt get out of jail free cards. So when you get one of those, you get to use that to your advantage. Okay. And let me see if I can get this window. If I close this, will it? Oh, okay, cool. So yeah, if you get the Missy Hyatt Joker get out of jail free cards, then basically you can take someone else's crime, and Missy will go over and forgive the family and take a crime away, and then their show won't get canceled as much. So you win the game by canceling the show by having enough crimes to use against them. Hey, baby. Hey, come here. Hey, Barbara.
Nice.
Hey, how's it going? Yeah. Check.
Hey.
Check this out. You're here just in time to watch us play the Crime Family Concentration.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. We put out full screen. I just want to show So I'll go first. But as you can see, and I did this so that the people in the chat room can play too. When we pick them, you're gonna start in the top corner to tell me which ones you want, and you can say 4 over, and then you can say 3 down, 1, 2, 3, and then I will pick that one for you. Okay, that's how they're gonna play. For me, I'll show you how it is. I'm just gonna pick this card that's closest to me to start out, and it's a 7. No need in reading the crime right now, but it's just a little tiny thing right here. Each one has where's the camera? Right here. Each one has a little crime on it, as you can see.
Ooh.
Yeah, each one has a little crime attached to it, but it has a number that I can read. So if I get another 7, then I'm going to be able to get those crimes and charge one of them to them. Oh, I got a fucking 7, dude.
Whoa.
Wow.
Now this looks rigged. Okay, well now you get the all right. Well, okay. Crime 7155. Let's go there right away and see what we got. There's 7155. It was that easy. That's this one. Okay. Now, but can you see? You can't see this though, can you?
I can't see the crime or nothing. No, I just see the card table still.
I wonder if there's a way that you could see. Probably not, right? Because if I switch the setting from the card table, it'll just go back to me, my face.
Yeah, it'll just go back to you. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Anyway, this is from Josh Withers. Maybe next week we'll find a way to show it on the screen.
Yeah.
We're working on it. This is the prototype. Okay. But it says Bobby pulled a box cutter on Dylan in the locker room a few months ago. I'm not sure that they weren't working, but Dylan got roughed up and called the cops. Okay. The other one that I got is that one's 7155. This one's 7236. Let me go to 7236 right there. This one says this is Bobby. This is Bobby talking about me. So they're not all okay. He was told unless he lower his rate, we could no longer work with him. He says he absolutely refused, stated he's not to lose. It's for the promoter to lose. And with that, we parted ways after 2 years of keeping him almost employed every month, if not every other month. He's upset. He's not receiving that amount of work anymore. Okay, so on that, no, they didn't say they'd no longer work with me if I didn't lower my rate. I told them I'll no longer work with you if you try to lower my rate. I said, let's just quit working together. If you can't afford me, no problem. He said he's not to lose. It's for the promoter to lose. No, I said I don't take a risk with the promoter. And we parted ways after that. No, we should have, but you booked me 2 more times and shorted me, motherfucker. He's upset. He's not receiving that amount of work. No, I'm not. I would never work with you. I'm glad I'm not working with you. And I'm getting every bit as much work as I can handle right now. I'd rather be not busy than be busier. So none of that's true. But, okay, well, I'm keeping both of those because they obviously oh, no, I can't keep both of them. Okay, well, I guess it doesn't really mean anything anyway because it's just that part's just for fun. So I'm going to go with Bobby pulling a box cutter on Dylan and keep that is my one win so far. Okay, now back to the game. I'm going to go with this one, which is a queen, playing with the queen of hearts. And this one, which is 9. Okay, no match there. I'm putting him back. Do you want to go or do you want to go straight to letting Kyle and Maddie so far on our list
All right, let's go. We'll start with Kyle. Kyle, so count a number over and then count a number down. So what number do you want over? What number do you want down?
Maybe we should have you do one while he's.
I'll do one while you pick, Kyle. So I'll do 2 over and 5 down.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. This one, right?
Yeah, that one.
Okay. This is an 8 of hearts.
All right. And now I'll do let's do 5 over and 3 down.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3 down. Which is actually the 4th row because 1 is 1, right? Okay.
Yeah.
4 and an 8. They're both even numbers, but yeah, you know it's kind of hard to keep up real speed with the fans. That's why this is a work in progress.
All right. Well, Kyle made his choice, so he says,
did?
"Yep,
Okay.
6 over and 6 down."
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. That one is a 5. What else we got?
Kyle, pick another one if you can.
Yeah, match that one up.
Match that one up.
See if you can win a crime.
Ooh.
Chillicothe crime family, also known as of today as Chillicosta Nostra.
Yeah.
I love it. Did you come up with that?
I did.
That's too good.
Thanks.
Does he have another one to match?
Now, do you have another one? 6. Pick a certain number over, certain number down. He says the one directly above. So he says the one directly above the one that just got flipped.
That can only be this.
All right.
Oh, 3 and a 5.
3 and a 5.
Man, the way that I scored on the very first one, I wasn't sure how fast this game was going to go.
Right?
Now it's back to me, right?
We can do Maddie.
Okay, let's do Maddie.
He says 2 down. So 2 down. And then he doesn't say what he wants for that. I'll do 2 over and 2 down for him.
Okay, not just 2 down and stop there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, just do 2 down. 2 down. I get what he means then. Yeah.
Boom.
So, and then his other one is 3 over and 2 down.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay. Does he get a crime? 5 and 10.
5 and 10.
Oh my God. This is hard to remember what's there too. But I forget as soon as I turn it over. Fuck.
I know. I
What's
forgot
that
too.
one? Pick over and down, unless you want to grab it yourself.
Okay, I just picked 2.
Yeah.
All right, Katie.
Okay.
Got a 2 there.
To another 3.
Queen.
Queen. Oh, we had a queen before.
Yeah.
Where was the other queen? We gotta remember so we can match it.
I think I remember where it is. I think I do. Shoot.
Well,
I can't.
All right. Let's see.
Okay, Rob's going here.
I got a 4. And I'm going to go with this random card. 6. Damn it.
Oh, I thought that was it. Hmm.
We need 5 crimes to cancel the Chillicothe Crime Family's wrestling show, but we might adjust after tonight if that's if it takes 3 hours to get there. I don't know.
Maybe we do 3 if you get 3.
This is a prototype. What'd you say? Use less cards?
Yeah.
Use us cards, maybe that.
Well, I thought of that, but believe it or not, I have so many more crimes.
So many crimes.
Yeah, like this is not even nearly all of them. I got them in an envelope.
That's great.
Yeah, and I try not to use ones we talked about already, but some of them might have snuck through. Matter of fact, a lot of these I didn't filter, so I should say that. I don't know. Some of them could be claims just on Facebook that someone made that may or may not be true. I should say that too. But it took me so long. There was so many that after a while I was I'm not able to blow the picture up on my phone to see what it was. If I just recognized it as a screenshot of a Facebook page, I was just like, okay, I'll take that one and that one and that one. So we might both be surprised when we start reading some of these crimes.
Yeah, how about it? How about it? All right, I'll go all the way over. So the top corner one, all the way over. Yeah, that one. And then we'll go all the way down on the bottom, the complete opposite one.
This one, right?
No, if you just go down where down is, go all the way down, like diagonal, completely diagonal across. That one right there, yeah.
Okay, Jack and an 8.
Oh, an 8.
Yeah, this game is harder than this.
This is a tough one. This is a tough one. Kyle, you want to pick another one? Pick another one, Kyle, if you can.
Maybe how about anybody that wants to fucking
yeah, anybody that chimes in, we'll start doing that.
Yeah, this is all for research.
This is
like I said, got a big meeting with Milton Bradley about the board game of the Crime Family concentration game. That it's a little late for Christmas, and I apologize. That would have been great gifts, but we're still gonna do what we can.
Maddie says 7 over and then 6 down.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, there's only 5.
Uh-oh. Go with that one.
We already took the other one. Oh, okay. That's an ace.
That's an ace. Then he says 6 down and 9 over.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's only 5 down.
I don't think that one will work. Let's see.
Unless I do 9 over first and then 6 down, maybe. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He knows that. He already done counted. Knows there's not enough.
Just doing 69 just for
fucking with us.
Just for the laughs.
All right.
He says 4-4. So 4-4. So 4 over, 4 down.
Okay. Okay, man. 4 over and then just 4 straight down, or
4 down.
No, you said 4 over and 4 down.
Yeah, 4. So that one that was and that would go with the other card.
Well, that one is 6, so let's pick another one. We already know that much.
Yeah. So
I go with this one.
Go with that one.
Damn it! There's the queen.
All right. Wait, where was the other queen?
Right, let's pick that one now. I don't know.
Was that go 2 below the empty space there?
This one?
No, where the empty spot is.
Oh, here?
Go 2 below. Yeah, flip that. I think that was that the queen? Might be off.
Ooh, close.
Dang it. That's a jack?
Yeah.
Go top corner all the way over. Because wasn't that a jack, I think?
This one?
I think it was a jack.
Oh,
yeah.
What a match. Good job.
Thanks.
All right. Let me read what crimes you get.
All right.
Here. Okay, so one of them is 7147. That one is right here. Let's see. Oh, I wish you could see these. That's what sucks, is that you can't see them. And I mean, what if I it'd be stupid, but what if I put it like this under the camera? Can you see that or no?
We lost the visual. I don't know if
of course. Of course you did. I just unplugged it. Duh. Can you still hear me though, or no?
I can hear you. Oh yeah, I can hear you.
All right. Let me put that back in. Did it come back on yet or no?
No, not yet. You must maybe switch the camera real quick and then switch back. Maybe it'll give you that.
Oh,
there it was.
Yep. There's me. And then is that.
There's the table. There we go.
Okay. So anyway, we got to figure out how to get it so that you can read the cards too. But here's what you got. You got 2 jacks. One of them says, oh, this one is someone trying to book me, dude. I told you I didn't filter them. Hey Rob, hey Rob, wanted to reach out to see if you'd be available to wrestle and do a signing on April 12th in Portland, Oregon.
Okay.
Yeah, all right.
That doesn't sound too criminal so far.
Right. So that's why you got to choose one out of two, because sometimes that's going to happen. So your other one is crime 7134. Let's see. Crime number 7134 is. Oh, it's Dildo Hines. Okay. Oh, this is the conversation everybody read and thought that it was me and Dildo talking to each other.
Where you said, where they thought it was you that said, "I'll show you gay."
Yeah. Okay. What about this? You can't see that, can you?
Not really too. I could see it, but not well. I can't see like the words or nothing like that.
Yeah. We got to find a way. But anyway, this is a message somebody sent me having a conversation with Dildo Hines. The person that sent it says, anytime, any place. I can't believe anybody would think that I would say that, you know, like, come on, like I'm getting,
Yeah, that
they
doesn't sound like
think I get worked up and then I'm pissed too, though, you know. They do. They think like, oh my God, I've never seen Rob so mad. I'm like, grrr. All right. Dildo says, I hope your white trash bitch is ready to be a widow. Ugh. Dildo.
Jeez.
And then the dude says, you just signed your death certificate. And then Dildo says, I signed yours. I'll make sure you and your love, Greg, are together forever when I send you both to hell. And then dude says back, come on, bitch. Go take your meds. Your whole family knows you're nuts, including your father.
Oh.
Dildo says, this one's good. Dildo says, nah. Dude says, oh, yeah, I got witnesses that can contest. Dildo says, they know Greg is a gay-ass pussy, and you are too. And then, do you know what the next line is?
I'll show you gay.
I'll show you gay. Can't speak to Greg. I haven't. Okay, so that's it. So that's your.
Yeah, I'll take that one.
Yeah. And that's crime 7134. Did I pick one of mine? Well, I'll just take. Oh yeah, I did. I just can't remember which one. I think it's that one. Okay, so these guys are out. I guess I'll put it on me to read the next one. Maybe that'll be more entertaining. Okay, so you go again.
Oh, I go again. Okay. Just do 3 down.
This one.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then do. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do 6 over, and then 3 down.
This one.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, 4 and 10.
Son of a beast. 4 and 10.
Match. Does anybody in the chat room have
Anybody in the chat room want to shout out some numbers?
Or do they have any are they hating it? Do we have people on Twitter driving, listening, saying this sucks, man?
No, so far I haven't heard anything bad. People are laughing. Maddie's loving it. Maddie's loving it. Pal's digging it.
Just wait. You guys will have yours soon.
Camp says 5 over and then 1 at the very bottom of that row. So 5 over first.
5. And then all the way down?
Flip that one.
Oh. Boom.
And then he says, so go all the way bottom and flip that one.
Same row.
Yeah, same row.
Where was that ace?
I saw that other ace.
The 5.
I think I know where that other ace might be.
Okay. I guess the more cards we take off of it, the easier it'll get. You know?
The easier it'll get. All right. So Maddie says, here, we'll combine 2 because Hurting for a Sturgeon says 4 over and then 3 down.
This one.
And then Maddie says 3 over and 4 down. Oh,
a derivative of 9, yes.
Derivative.
Equal? No.
So Steve Soleil says 2 over, 2 down.
Are those two different ones, or is that one selection?
That's one selection.
Right.
At least I think so, because you just said
Ooh,
20.
6.
6. All right. And then Candido fan says 3 over, 3 down.
That's this one.
That
Ah,
Queen.
yeah, queen.
All right. Let's see. Maddie says 5 over, and then 5 down.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7.
7. And then he just says 6 over. So the last card over at the top.
Just
That
this one.
Yeah.
Damn,
Oh,
9. We just saw a 9 somewhere.
All right. David Jones. We'll go with this one. He says, so just do 5 over, Rob. And then do 2. So flip that one.
Okay. Ace.
Okay. Well, so then he said 2 down. So maybe just do 2. You go 2. Yeah, that one.
This one.
So I think I'm trying to remember where that ace is.
I know.
All right. I'll go. Unless you want to go, Rob.
No, go ahead.
Okay. So flip that ace again.
Where was that?
That was just the 5 over. That one right there. Yeah.
Okay.
And then go, I want to say, so go all the way over. So not that
This
one
one?
right there. The one right there where your hand is.
Oh, this one?
Nope, the one right above it. That one, yeah. Try that one. Is that an ace?
Dang it. Dang it.
Wrong. I was wrong.
Yeah.
Son of a bee sting. All right. Let's see. Beijing Utopia says 4 over, 4 down.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. I like it. It's an 8.
An
That's
8.
good.
And then Steve Soleil, we'll combine yours, Steve, with that one. 4 over, 5 down.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1,
Oh, there's no 5 down.
There's not anymore.
There's no 5 down. Okay, we'll do Hurton for Sturgeon here. He says 1 over, 4 down.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's a jack of all
Another
trades.
Another jack.
Oh.
Okay, here's Matty again. 5 over for that ace. So he wants the ace again flipped.
Okay, yeah. Okay, we know where that one
He says 6 over and then 7 all the way down. He's asking. So
Well, there's 6.
6. Wait, that would be 7. That because that's in total there's 6. So it would be the very bottom one he's talking about. That one right there.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, no.
Damn it.
Okay, here's Triple E. He's got one here. He says 3 over. First pick. Okay.
This one?
Yep.
Okay. Have we seen this one? I don't know.
I don't think we've seen that.
Oh, good one.
Oh, so that's the ace.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think he's picking a completely different one now, but we know where that other ace is. So you just want to flip that one, and this will be Triple E's win.
This one's Triple E's?
Yeah.
All right. Triple E got the aces.
You got the aces. This is a team effort this time around.
He better have known where that second one was. That's what shit. All right. Let me see what crimes you have to choose from here. I'm gonna put this back on me, on my beautiful face, because you're probably done looking at the card table. Okay. I am looking in my crimes. Okay, so one of them is crime 7259. Okay,
7259.
that is right here. 7259 is here's a letter, email, Facebook from Ken Nathaniel. Ken Natano. I ran a very successful Facebook wrestling trade and sale auction group during COVID. It is still going today, strong and independent. During that time, my partner, Tuquan Watt, and I outed Dylan for forgery with multiple pieces of evidence. It became a huge fiasco and fight online with us outing others for forgery and for cheating and lying to group members. Guy's an absolute scumbag and always has been. He attempted to fight me, challenging me to meet him here or there, which I agreed to, but obviously he... Okay, now this one says see more. There could be a part 2 to it out there somewhere, but if so, then it's it's going to be a different card because, like I said, I didn't filter them. Okay, that was which one? That was the
that was
5-9. Okay, the other crime Triple E got 7-2-3-4. Or is that what we just said? No. 7-2-3-4 is this one. Yeah, I don't think it's really a crime. It's from Time Warp Ashland. For some reason, they sent it. It's a text message back and forth where person A says, "Did that nerdy pug face idiot last name Hines have anything to do with RVD canceling?" Person B says, "Yep." Person A says, "Lucky guess, LOL." Person B says, "His day is coming." Person A says, "I would like to punch him and break his glasses." Same dude that trash talks WrestleCade, but then he's walking around the hotel hanging out. I've heard he's a piece of shit. What happened? Person B says, "He's probably top 10 worst humans I know." Person A, "I don't think he liked the pig reference." And that's all I got of that one. That's all I could screenshot. Some of the conversations are too big, and I didn't know how to include them in this prototype game. So, I guess the first one is more of a crime.
More of a story. Yeah, more of a story. Although the text correspondence is pretty fun too.
Yeah.
So, how do you? I mean, Triple E, you want to go with the first one or the second one? Let us know in the chat.
Yeah. In the meantime, unless they change, I'm gonna give them the crime of the auction stuff. All right. Well, I guess go again since you got that fucking score. You go again,
Matt. Yeah, Triple E, pick another one then. Let's see here.
You know what? When all of us get 5 crimes, we can cancel the show because right now we're at 3.
We're at 3. So okay, 2 more then.
We'll all just play together, unless we get the Missy Hyatt get out of jail free card that can be used against us if the crime family wants to use that to get rid of their crimes. Okay, they are out on the table. Okay, let me put this back on them, but I gotta find the window first. I got so many windows.
This is a team effort. Anybody that says some numbers, we'll go with you.
Yeah, we need 2 more crimes, and we can cancel this show.
We can cancel the show.
Hey, didn't I have a doobie somewhere? What the fuck?
Oh man! All right, Triple E picks another one. He says 3 down, first pick. So 3 down.
Someone took my doobie. Okay. Oh wait, ashtray. Cool.
Oh, we lost it, Rob.
No, we did. Okay. Let's see. What the fuck? Back on me. No. FaceTime camera.
We're getting there.
I don't know what I did because both
cameras are plugged in.
Oh, this button says start cam.
There it was.
Duh. All right, here we go. Back on the cards, please.
Back on the cards. Okay, so 3 down, he said.
Well, it looks like was an earthquake here. Let's see if I can make this a little more level so I don't throw off your concentration. Okay, you said 3 down?
3 down.
Boom.
That one there. Yep. Flip that, baby.
10.
10. And then he said, where's his chat at? And then 4 over and 5 down.
Okay. Ooh. One. Do we count the empty one or no?
I think you count the empty one.
Okay.
And so 4, 0, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 down. So the last one there. I don't think that's a 10, but
All right. Let's see. 8.
8.
8
All
crimes.
right. So hurting for a sturgeon. He picks 5 over, 3 down.
All right, let's do it. Let's pick. You said 5 over, and
Yep.
we do the empties.
Do the
Oh,
empties. Yeah.
Do the empties. I don't know.
Yeah, do the empties because it counts for all the rows then too.
Okay. All right. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then what down?
And then 3 down.
This one.
So that one.
Here we go. 4.
4. And
4,
then
4.
we got another one here. Let's see. Did anybody else pick some numbers? I'll pick. Do 2 down. So up from the top, 2 down, up. Oh, the other way. I'm sorry. So where down is, flip it right beside where the down is. On that one. Yeah.
Yeah, what is there? Ooh,
an ace.
Okay.
All right. So shoot. All right, we got another. So Meijin has 2 picks here. So that he says 4 over, 4 down. So the one, yeah, right there, right beside the 4. Oh,
8. Okay.
All right.
That one's an 8. That one's a 4.
and then flip the ace. The ace is still up too, Rob.
Oh yeah. Look at you.
All right. So do the one that's above that. So hold on a second. 4 over, 4 down.
4 over, 4 down.
4
So
over,
this one?
The one above it, I think.
This one?
Yeah, that one. So that's so 7 over, then they say. 7 over and 4 down then after that one. Is there 7 spots?
I don't think so. Let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah,
Oh,
I
okay.
guess so. And
So, and then 4 down. That one right there, yeah.
be a match. Oh, so close.
What was that one, Rob? Was that a 10?
Yeah. I'll let you.
Okay.
Longer
So
next.
keep that one flipped, the 10.
Okay.
And then I think the next one, the down is, I think the first one down is a 10.
This one?
Yeah, I think I might be right. Maybe.
Oh, close.
Oh, that was a 9? Dang it. This is a tough game. Let's see.
No, we gotta find 2 more crimes.
All right. David Jones, go 6 over and then 6 down.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay. 5.
5. We've seen a 5 before. And then Hurting for a Sturgeon says 1 over.
Just I guess
And then 3 down.
here you think?
Yep.
1 and then 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
So I would do it 2.
2. Okay.
Got a 2 and a 5.
Calzi, he says the far right card on the bottom is a 5 of spades. The far right card.
That's this one. The far right card on the bottom
is a 5 of spades.
Okay,
The one directly above it is a 3 of hearts. So he's just shouting out what they are for memory.
Okay.
Let me see here. Rob, you pick one.
Okay, I'm gonna say this random card.
Oh, the Missy Hyatt.
Yes. Can you? Oops. Let's see if you can see this. I got the Missy Hyatt Joker card.
I got you. Oh my
If I can match that, okay. I'm gonna go with this random one. Queen of Diamonds.
Ooh, I think I know. Where's that queen at? Go 2 over from where Missy Hyatt was, Rob.
Where was that?
The third one. Yeah, so 2 over from there.
This one.
Flip that baby.
8 of spades.
Shit, I thought it was a queen. All right. Flip the go 1 down and then go 5 over.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, try that one.
Hey, lovey. Hey, baby. Okay. Jack off.
Oh, I saw another jack too. I think I know where that other jack is. I think I know where that other jack is. All right, Maddie says 5 over, 7 down.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
That'll be 7. Do the set. Yeah, that's it there. And then 1 over and 1 down, he says. So the one that's right beside down, I think.
This one.
Yeah, that one there.
Oh, it's an
That's an ace. That's an ace. That's an ace. All right. Oh shit! I already lost where those queens were. Anybody else have some numbers? Throw them on out there, folks.
We need more help from our.
We need more help from the chat.
With full listeners.
Hurting for a Sturgeon says 4 over, and then 2 down.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 10. We saw it.
Saw a 10.
Well,
Maddie says 6 over, so that last card at the top there.
Okay. Oh, it's a 9.
I think I know where the 9 is. Fuck.
Damn it.
Okay, Maddie chimes in with another one. 5 over.
Okay.
And then
over.
and 3 down.
This guy. Okay.
And then go 2 down, he says. 2 down.
Yes.
Yeah. Looking for the jacks, he says.
It's a 10.
That's a 10?
Yep.
Didn't we just see a 10 too?
We did. Man, they're all starting to fucking blend in. I hate cards. I usually do hate playing cards. This one's fun and it's for a special exception.
Yes.
Trying to find a fun way to share the dozens and dozens of crime stories.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with this one.
Go that one, okay?
Oh, it's a 10.
It's a 10. Where was the 10s? I can't believe I already lost where they were. I think that's one. I think it is that one, Rob.
Let's see.
Try it.
Oh, it's a 9.
Okay, Rob. So Maddie says, I think it was Maddie, is 1. So go 1 down. Over
Here?
right there. Yeah. He says that's a 9. I think he said.
It is.
All right. So flip that other one. There we go.
Give that one to Maddie.
That's a Maddie.
All right. Good job. Let's put this back on RVD's pretty face. And then look in the crime family catalog. What do we got here? We have 2 9s, by the way. Good job, Maddie. All right.
Nice.
So, crime number 7288. This is awesome how easy it is to find too. 7288 comes up. Oh, this one is it's a message, I guess, on Facebook.
Oh.
And the author is a gentleman named Ricky Morton.
Oh, he sounds familiar.
Yeah. He says, no disrespect taken. Carrie and I don't want to work with Dildo Hines in any way, form, or fashion. We pulled ourselves from the event.
Wow.
Okay.
How about that?
That's that one. Okay. So, crime number 7151. Let's see what we got here. That one is this is Mike Thompson explaining what the voicemail was about. We've heard Reverend Bad Business Bobby Fulton's sermon, which maybe we should all kneel in prayer before we finish this part of the show anyway. And anyway, you heard Bobby saying some words and then saying that's in the Bible or whatever. This is Mike Thompson, the guy who sent me that, whose voicemail that came from. And he says, this is on Facebook. He says, this was me he was threatening. He threatened me because I posted a flyer for the event I will be working at. It's in Ohio, and so is his show, and he thinks he's the only one that can run in Ohio. So because he posted a poster of a show, Bad Business Bobby said, yeah, Cut Tucker, you hear me? You feel me? I hope you do. All that screaming, everything was about him putting up a poster for a show that he was at that wasn't Bobby's. Just so you know what a wonderful guy the Reverend is. So those are the two crimes. Does he? I guess he picks one, and we do one more.
Yeah, I mean, Maddie, I don't know how you. I would
guess
say
that was because the other one wasn't so much a crime. It was.
But that's Ricky Morton, though. I would take the Ricky Morton one if I were Maddie. But
Yeah.
that's for me, Maddie.
Especially since it doesn't really matter anyway. Well,
It doesn't matter, but
we'll in that pile. So let's get one more, and we can cancel these motherfuckers.
that's it. Let's cancel this fucking show.
All right, I'm gonna put the. I gotta find.
Maddie picks Ricky Morton, by the way. He picks Ricky Morton.
Okay, I wonder if I can close off the windows. Yeah, I can close them off now. I didn't know if I was going to need them as a reference, but it'll be more fun if you could see the ones that I'm reading. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Jelly bean. Okay. Green screen, jelly bean. Here's what I mean. Boom.
Boom. All right. Let's see. Rob, do you want to start? Want to start it?
Sure. I want to try and pick some I think I haven't seen. I don't think I've seen this one. All right.
Okay, that might be a newbie.
Oh, it's a queen.
Oh, I know we've had plenty of queens.
I think this one's a queen.
All right.
Oh, it's an ace.
It's an ace. It's an ace.
Yep. Okay. I did not get a match of crimes.
All right. Triple E says 2 down and then 7 over.
Okay. 2 down. So I guess we go 1, 2.
Yep. And then all the way over, I guess. Or no, the second one closest from the farthest. So no, you were right. So 2 down and then go all the way over and then go back. Then go back 1 and flip that one. Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's one.
All right, man. I like how we got here.
4. And then he says.
We saw 4 so many times.
And then he said 5 down.
Okay.
I think he just said 5 down. 5. Yeah, go with that one then. Is that a 4?
Oh, it's an 8.
It's an 8. It's an 8.
It's a cousin of 4.
It is the older brother.
Yeah.
Hurting for a Sturgeon says 5 over, 4 down.
Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Right.
Oh, didn't we just have a 4?
We just had a 4.
Oh,
Was it the one you just flipped it?
was it
Right.
this? No.
No, that's the ace. That was an ace. Go 4 down, Rob. Was it 4 down, or am I an idiot? That's the one we just flipped. Was that a 4? I can't believe I can't remember.
It's 8, I think.
Okay, yeah, you're right. I think. Shit, where's that 4 at? I can't remember. I'm not even high, and I can't remember.
Let's see what this guy is.
Do it.
Oh, that one's an 8.
Okay, then.
That was a 6.
What?
6, 8.
Damn.
We gotta get one more crime.
Okay, try this one. So Mijin says 4 over, 4 down.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom. That's an 8.
And he says 5 down. So all the way down.
This.
Then
Oh, got it.
yeah, all right, Mijin.
Going. All right. Legion.
Mijin.
Well, now.
Meijin. Meijin. Mijin Utopia.
Legion. Okay, cool. Well, let me see. One crime is. Well, let me get my. First off, let's put this back on.
Show that Valentine's Day face, Rob.
There you go. Me and my color green. Okay. Now let me open up the crime album, and we got crime 7253. That's right here. Happens to be this is just part of a much longer one because I didn't know how to fit the whole screenshot on there, but it just like comes in, slides in the middle, and says ... I added that part. Way to show, only to be turned away at the door. Oh, I remember part 1. Like the guy drove really far over some kind of agreement, only to be turned away at the door because you wouldn't accept his PayPal receipt as proof of his payment. The guy you emailed 8 months later in December and told him you wanted to make it right, and you'd send him his $319 on December 14th. Then on December 15th, you told him you'd mail it after Christmas. Well, it's been almost 2 months since he last heard from you, almost a year since you screwed him out of $319 and made him drive 9 hours round trip for nothing. That guy, do the right thing, dumbass. Bad business. Bobby is probably proud of you, but I know your sweet mom would be very disappointed. Stop screwing over people. So I guess that one is made out to the youngin by that reference. And I do remember reading a part 1. I got them separated out there on the floor, on the card floor. Okay, but let's go to the other crime too. The other crime is 7153.
Wait, Rob, was that a wrestler he screwed right there?
I don't think so. I think it's a customer, a friend of. It doesn't say. Who it's from, and it just at least not on this part of.
Yeah.
Let's see if that's 7253. I wonder if I can just look at 7252 maybe. Yeah, it's from NWAlegends.com. So I opened up the first half of it, even though that's on a different card. And it says, hey, Dildo Hines, remember Tyler Morgan, the fan from Evansville that bought your $319 VIP ticket online for the Hines Crime Family's March 2024 show in Chillicothe? The guy that drove 4.5 hours one way to your show only to be turned away at the door because you, and then it goes on to the other one, because you wouldn't accept his PayPal receipt. So that was a 2-parter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Another crime, completely different, I think, is 7153. Let's see what that one is. This was sent to me. Middle of a paragraph says, duty no matter what. Still, he obviously allowed his son to follow a bad path anyway. Look at the size of him, for fuck's sakes. I didn't know that I knew what FFS meant until I read it, and it just made sense. It says, look at the size of him, FFS.
Yeah, for fuck's sake.
Normally I would have to ask somebody, but it just made sense there.
Yeah.
And then this is from Rad Dad's Toys and Collectibles. Same crime, same convo, same screenshot. This is in response to look at the size of them, for fuck's sakes. Wow. Can't believe Bobby is acting like that after they cheated you out of money. I've always heard rumors of their shady business practices, but never had legitimate confirmation. But after following what's going on between you guys, it's confirmed the shadiness within their business. Hope you get it resolved, man. Hope you're doing well, Rob Van Dam. And then Dustin Harbison says, wow, that is one low down. And then he gets cut off. So Those are both pretty bad crimes right there.
Bad ones.
Guys,
I would.
guys, yeah.
Ooh.
Chillicothe crime family, Chilla Costa Nostra. I'm gonna throw both of those in, and now we have 6 crimes. 6 crimes. This game for tonight is over. We're canceling the Chillicothe crime family scam that they have planned.
That's it.
And, yeah, and I appreciate your participation. And just to show you, we have a lot of crimes left.
We do.
Some of them are 2-parters. Like there's a part 1 out there somewhere that I already read, and a couple of them might be offers to book me.
You never know. We still got the Joker in there too.
There's still like about double that though, that I have saved for a whole nother deck of cards to play with. But hey, appreciate you guys helping us on our first game to figure this out. We'll take some notes on it. We'll do some of our notes. We'll make the game better.
People liked it, Rob. Somebody said that they liked the interaction and getting everybody involved in it. So that's pretty good.
I like that too, the interaction, and they're telling me what to do. And I like the way we got it set up. It's pretty easy I wish you could read the crimes as I'm reading them though.
What we can do is like next week or something, you can send me the numbers and then what.
Yeah, no, I can send you the whole the family crimes envelope, and you'll be looking at what I'm looking at.
Yeah. Send me that folder, and then
753. Then you would just pop it open.
Then I pop it open, and boom, I could make it like a screenshot or whatever.
You gotta be fast like me.
Yeah.
Cool.
I can do it.
Cool. I think so. They're all in order. Cool. All right, man. Well, next time will be even better, and I'm glad that I at least picked the Missy Hyatt get out of jail free card at one time so you could see it. She didn't come into play to help the crime family.
She didn't help them out.
Not at all. They got buried with 6 crimes, even more than we needed.
Shit.
Those guys, those crazy Heinz family.
Fantastic Fulton, if you will.
Chillicothe. Kids.
Let's take a couple super chats here. So, Curtis, I'm still not clear on what you said here. So let's see if we can decipher it. The point of Vincent Kennedy McMahon, pick a hand. Oh, maybe that's right. Was that you don't tell people they're going somewhere when they don't want to go, right?
I get that.
What do you mean? Yeah, explain.
You're not wrong, but that was a very personal feeling for me. I wasn't trying to set a standard for everyone else. Mm-hmm. I don't care if he tells other people where to go if they don't have the balls to stand up for themselves. I just cared that he wasn't going to tell me where I was going. Not against my will. Not when I'm saying, look, you know what, dude? I am not going to take this trip, man. I'll take the consequences. Find me, suspend me, fire me. I don't give a fuck. But as a man, a free man of society, I'm telling you, I'm going to be home. Y'all have a good trip. And for him at that point to still feel like he's got power over me, that's the line that I was feeling was being compromised. And I felt like, man, maybe I need to tell him to pick a hand. Maybe he'll respect me after that, is basically what I was thinking. If I smack him across his face, because I don't think he's respecting me. If he thinks I'm cattle, and he thinks that no matter what, that he can be like, Rob, well, tell your wife you'll see her in a couple of weeks. You'll have a good trip. I was like, fuck that, man. I'm gonna tell him to pick a hand. So you're right, but it was about me personally, not about what you tell anyone else.
How do you think he would have reacted if you did the pick a hand? Do you think it would have? Do you think you would have got like respect out of it somehow, or do you think it would have been like, you might have got fired and that?
Going either way.
Yeah,
I could see it going either way. I mean, I could see if I smacked him and said, I'm not going to fucking Qatar, get it through your head, or wherever it was. Was it a Qatar or someplace by it? I can't remember. I don't know. I could see him feeling like, okay, Rob, I owe you one, or something.
I
I can see him taking it. I don't see him getting up and swinging, but I don't know. And I also, he might be real offended that I did that in front of his guys in the office if I did, because they were coming in and out when I was waiting out there to go in and tell him that. So I don't know, it's hypothetical because it didn't happen.
Yeah, exactly. Well, this one, usually these two get a lot of YouTube views. So Frankie Turizo
He probably wouldn't have liked it.
He probably wouldn't appreciate it.
Probably not. I probably would have got punished.
Yeah, it might have, yeah. So here we go, Rob. Here's a question. This is a loaded question. Would you rather work for Vince Russo or Jim Cornette?
That's so funny. What a funny question, dude.
Right?
What a comparison.
Those are the two names, Rob, that get so many YouTube hits.
I was gonna say two podcast characters.
That's it.
Yeah. Oh. Will bounce me blank like a beaver born in Battle Creek with brain damage. I don't know. I guess I'll go with Jim Cornette.
I would think it would be Cornette because it's like, I think you said before too how philosophically, from a wrestling standpoint, you guys align pretty well, right? Like,
that's true. We're both old school.
Yeah.
That's true.
So I would think it'd be Cornette, right? Even though funny question. And Lovey's here too. Lovey is here on Valentine's Day. How appropriate. Lovey on Valentine's Day.
You having a good Valentine's Day, Lovey?
Look at that cutie. What a cutie.
She gets a lot of love.
She does. Appropriate for the name. She's very good in public places too.
She's great. Yeah. All right, dude. What else?
This is our last super chat we had. Oh no, we got a new super chat too. Oh, he's just chiming in. He says, "Looking good, Jem the Dawn." Says, "Hyped to see RVD Thumbs Taunt March 20th." He's gonna be there.
Yes, that's gonna be awesome. Back in LA.
Hell yeah.
Hollywood. I gotta get this auction thing going so I can people can see what outfit I'm gonna auction up, and they can also start. I mean, I guess the earlier we start, the longer the auction is. It seems like maybe the more money it would raise, and it's not. We're not gonna raise money like the
Grammy people.
The Grammys, yeah, whoever it is that's donating.
We're not doing the world or whatever.
We're gonna do what we can, yeah.
Yeah.
And hopefully it'll help. Hopefully it'll be appreciated, and we'll be helping out. And
before I forget, Rob, too, how about Chris Bay? Did you see the video?
What's that?
Did you see the Chris Bay video, by the way?
Yes, I did.
How cool is that?
Super cool. Yeah, very cool. Yeah, and he's it's his story to share. Yeah.
Man, how about it? And like what he said too, like 10 to 15% chance he was going to walk again or something. They told him initially, and then here he is doing it
like that. Yeah. And we knew he was going to. We knew it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yep.
All right, Maddie we'll close out with this one. Several questions here. RVD on his own Legends house. Who would you choose as roommates? What's up, Katie? Happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Happy Valentine's Day, Barbie.
Hell yeah. Who would you choose as your roommate in Legends house? At a reality show with other wrestlers. Who would be
choose as roommates? Sabu, Fonzie, guys that
Booker.
Booker. Throw the Dudleys in there. How many people do I
I
have
think
to
that's pretty good. Five other ones. Maybe
okay.
one more. Pick one more because I think it was 7.
Okay. Boogeyman.
Ooh, that's a good one. What a wild card that one is.
Yeah.
You ever smoke with Hulk?
Yes.
All right. Have you ever met Arnold Schwarzenegger?
I don't think so. If I have, it was just a fist bump walking by him in at the Anaheim Pond in
Oh.
SmackDown. Like I remember being there when he was there, and I don't remember, if there was a meeting or not.
Yeah. Nice to see you, Rob.
Yeah.
Is Bubba a ladies' man? Velvet Sky.
Dominator.
I am the Dominator.
Yeah.
Is Bubba a ladies' man?
Yeah, hey, he got Velvet Sky. So, I didn't know before that when he was with Velvet Sky, and then got all jacked and stuff. We knew he had game then. But yeah, I don't know. Back in the ECW days, Bubba was doing some stuff with adult films. I don't know if y'all know about that or not, but it was probably Rob Black that he was hanging out with because of what a fan Rob Black is, who obviously started his own version of ECW on the West Coast, XPW. I think that it was through him, but Bubba, maybe Devon, but I don't know. Maybe not Devon. But I think Bubba was actually directing movies
Really?
for a minute. Yeah. And he used to have the girls a lot of times would show up at arenas in random places. I remember in Biloxi, Mississippi, like a couple of girls coming in and I was like, who are those? And someone told me they're like porn actresses that Bubba worked with, and he's bringing them in for the show for whatever reason. And a lot of times also, they would go to the strip clubs and book strippers. I say they because it always seemed like it was referred to as the Dudleys, but I think it was probably more Bubba, and I don't know how if they both lived in Florida, and Devon definitely lives in Florida.
Mhm.
Bubba might have lived in New York. He definitely did at one time, but so did Devon. But they would be getting the adult entertainment usually. Where are you
I
going?
love you. Melissa's party. Do you want me to wait for you?
No,
We're just about done if you want to go.
no. Let's go. Tell them, is it at her house or?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'll text you the details.
Okay, baby. Love
I
you.
love you.
Hey, Katie. Bye.
Bye.
Be safe.
Okay, baby.
So Bubba he directed with the
Yeah. What was the name of the company? He had a company, I think, that was, I don't know if that was just his or that's the ones that he was working for. Can't come up with the company name right now. But I think I would know it if I heard it. That was something that they would do. I remember Dreamer and Francine both telling me stories of somehow, for some reason, they were working with, and again, it must have been Rob Black. They were staying at the house there, maybe doing something with XPW. I don't know. But they were shooting, they're talking about how they were shooting porn in like different rooms, and they were explaining the behind the scenes of this total different world that you would, stories that people would find interesting. You know what I mean? Francine said that some girl came up and was talking about getting, how she hates getting done from behind when she has to go number two, but in different words,
that'd be a little compromising.
And it was just a conversation, of a stranger that she just met, just shook her hand, and Tommy was. I remember Tommy saying that he opened up. He had a craving to eat because he's really fat in the middle of the night, and he went down to the kitchen and opened up the refrigerator to try to find something. And he said that a naked guy, just walking through the kitchen, went over, introduced himself to him while he's trying to keep himself ready, if you know what I mean.
Oh my God.
So one hand is going to work, and the other hand is like, "Oh, Tommy, yeah, I'm Peter. Nice to meet you." Yeah.
I could just imagine Tommy like deadpanning it too. How are you?
Right, just looking straight up too.
Yeah.
That would make you look a dude in his eyes, I'm sure.
Not it. Debbie Does Dudleyville. That would be the name of a porno.
Okay, yeah. What company though? I wonder. Like, if you could, who makes that? Can you see that one, or are you just that's a real one though? You're saying?
No, I just made that up. Debbie Does.
Oh, I thought that was a real one because I do remember
Debbie Does Dallas.
Because the more I'm thinking about it right now, I'm remembering these things, and I do remember. What's that girl's name? Now I remember a girl that I see all the time at events still. Anyway, I remember one scene that in one of the movies that Bubba had directed where the girls were wearing our t-shirts, our ECW wrestling t-shirts, and there was a girl wearing it was a white shirt that had blue on it, like a one of a kind or something. I can't remember. I think it said one of a kind. The old ECW shirt. Maybe it said 420.
Oh,
maybe RVD 420. White with blue letters or something. But I remember seeing that, that saying like a girl in a porn wearing my merchandise t-shirt, and then okay, yeah, well that's legit. At least he's getting us some advertisement.
that's it. Good promotion right there. Real good promotion.
Well, he's no stranger to this thing called woman.
No, not at all. It sounds like we're getting some good puns for Dudley Boy Pornos. Let's see here. 3 Deep says,
yeah,
3 Deep.
I think some of these are going to be legit if you look it up, though. I think that Dudley,
right? You might be hitting something. Kyle also says Dudley Dick Drop.
Oh.
There was Big Dick Dudley.
Yes, there was. Yes, there was.
Think about there. I don't know if you want to think about it, but yeah. Hey guys, if you want to wear the shirt that the porn stars might have been wearing, you can go to 1tsportcollections.com.
I think that's it, probably.
That might be this t-shirt that they wore.
Yeah.
Go to 1T Sport Collections, check out RVD stuff.
Sabu's got a lot of stories too. Like he worked for XPW and would stay at the house when they were shooting porn, and he's always, I've always heard him from him as well. But Sabu didn't direct any or anything. Bubba got his feet wet in the industry.
Wow, how about that?
And his dick wet too.
And that too.
Allegedly.
Hey guys, so if you like what you're seeing here, be sure to help support the show. You can start off by liking or subscribing to whether you're on Rob's YouTube channel or at rvdtv.com. You can also rate us 5 stars on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. Give us 5 stars, give us a good review. That helps us get boosted up in the rankings there. Hey, like I said before, go to onlywrestlers.com. Sign up now. Like Rob said, if one of those wrestlers are on the card for that upcoming March 20th show and you subscribe to their channel, you will get the pay-per-view. So do that and check it out. It seems like a very fun and interactive environment, and you can interact with fans. You can interact with wrestlers. It's a good community over there.
Yeah, and then it starts us off, and then we're on the run after that.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm excited for it, Rob. I'll be tuning in on March 20th for sure to check it out. And be sure to check out, if you want to smoke it up with RVD, you can go to rvd420.com and check out some of that awesome glassware that Greek Glass does from these old school glasswares, that the original ones, but they got plenty of new ones too. So check it out. Go to rvd420.com and help support those guys too, because they do great work. and are very professional. So
Yeah, they're in town this week for Champs, which is a huge industry convention at the convention center. It's huge. I've been going to Champs for years, probably 15 years here in Vegas, long time, and seeing it grow. It's so big. 2 floors in the convention center, sprawled out, and it's business to business. So this one, everyone that's there has they have well, it's business to business, and the reason I say that, it's not like retail, like set up to just sell like little pipes to customers or whatever. It's like joint rolling machines to sell to big, dispensaries,
big other companies.
Yeah. So a lot of cool products.
That's awesome. Well, cool. Yeah, be sure to check out the stuff that they have there. They do an awesome job there, and
these guys are there too. I was at their booth yesterday.
That's great. Hell yeah, that's awesome. RVD420.com. Rob, are you still selling the rolling papers too on robvandam.com?
Yeah. Yep. That'll take you to the eBay page. It's the only place that I have right now. I am going to put a box or two, the whole boxes up at Only Wrestlers, at the store in my profile, because Maddie suggested it. And I want to update it, add a few products, but yeah, that's the only place you can get them right now. I got RVD lighters. Not happy with the way they turned out.
Oh, really? You didn't like how they turned out?
Right. Yeah, they didn't give me what I told them I wanted, so that project might be put off a while. But trying to get a perfect companion for the papers and for the bongs.
Hey. It'd be sweet if you got an RVD Zippo lighter.
Yeah, maybe. I really like the idea that I had, and then they gave me a hard time, and then said okay they would do it, and then ended up not doing it anyway, sending me boxes and boxes of something that's subpar.
Dang it!
What are you gonna do? Hopefully not eat that one.
No, yeah, that's it. Well, cool. This has been a great episode. People loved it. I love the fan interaction. This was a lot of fun. Kyle Z says, best one yet, guys. Keep on plugging.
Awesome. Oh, yeah, we'll try to find a way to have the game move faster maybe by next week or something.
Yeah, we'll try to streamline a little bit and figure out what we can do.
I don't know.
Good trial period.
Yeah, it was fun. We learned a few things, and I don't know if the people got to hear enough of the crimes. We got so many to put out there still to talk about, but we still got 7 weeks before their scam show that they're doing. So cool. And we got some little bit of ology out there at the beginning talking about
that was great. I didn't think about good stuff, guys. Yeah, if you tuned in late, be sure to go back and check it out, because Rob gives some cool perspective on Valentine's Day, and whether you're with somebody or not with somebody. So keep it all in perspective. Everybody.
Either way, have a good one, everybody. See you next week, Van Dam fam. Thanks, Dominator.
Rob, blast. Always a good time. And we'll see you guys next time here.
And don't bug me about ordering your own home versions yet of the Crime Family concentration game. We're giving you a sneak peek at the prototype. We need a little more time till we have the home edition.
We're meeting with the Monopoly Man next week. So
Mr. Milton
Bradley. All right, guys. See you next week here on One of a Kind.